Welcome in everyone to the Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11. It is week number 3 as we begin our second game of the week with the Adamant Adams taking on the Chiton Chillers. My name is Naved, joined alongside Tommy Slat tonight. Tommy Slat, how you doing?
Yo, what's good? I'm hoping for an atomically chill game today. But in all seriousness,
What's
looking
it?
forward to this game. I
I
have
hope
some
your
two
casting
pretty
is
good
not
teams here.
as bad as those puns. It's
What? That pun was crazy sauce.
yeah, we can go with crazy sauce. Map number 1 chosen by the Chillers is going to be Colosseo. Adam is banning out Sojourn. Chiller is going to ban Zarya in response. How do you feel about these bans?
Soj ban, good. I don't like Soj. It's pretty good on this map, I guess. And what was the other ban? I'm sorry, is it Zarya?
Zarya.
I don't know how I feel about the Zarya ban. It must be like a matchup thing, like they don't want to play against the Zarya. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes here. I guess it all depends on the team comps. Like I want to see what the team what they want to play, and then I feel like I'll be able to gauge the bans.
Yeah, we're actually going to get into the map right away. As for the team comps, you're going to have the Fish on tank computer start for the Chiton Chillers with Vind, Frustrator, DPS, Booney, Basket support line. This is pretty much what we've seen as like their standard comp, I would say. Thing to note is Frustrator is more of the hit scan player, so that's Soj Ben kind of targeting out him.
Mm,
Other side, Adamant Adams going to go with the Fuzzy tank line to start here with Aniki, Nightfire DPS, and the Adam backline.
holy shit.
This is gonna be a lot of fun. This is my second game of the Adams that I've casted this season, and this Adam stuff is it's fun. Yeah, it's fun to say the least.
But looks like we're going in. Looks like we have some pretty close mirror comps. Just a couple of like differences. So we'll see how it goes. I just realized Basket's on this team.
hmm
Basket has fake SR.
Yeah,
He's
I think going into the season, he was one of the players that the admins artificially bumped up his SR because it was so low. I think at least by a few hundred on support. And even then, I think people were still saying that it was kind of fake. So,
yeah,
well,
he might
definitely a
be.
player to look out for them. But Fuzzy is actually going to
Vin
get the
first.
first pick here for the Adamant Adams. Vin going down. He must have not used his block there or something. Not sure what happened, but good start for the Adams to get this bot pushing early.
Yeah, and it's gonna set up a nice little fight here. Aniki on a nice little flank here as well, getting some nice damage onto Fish. Forces a block pretty early, so they're gonna have to push it
That's
all
so
the way. And
slow,
Fish
though.
actually might go
Very
down.
careful. And
Nice
Suzu
Suzu.
forced out by Basket. Aniki goes on the other flank, gets the flashbang kill, picks up
Yeah.
another onto the tank as well. So the Adam's just completely rolling right now.
Yeah. Turning on all cylinders here for the first map of the game, but really nice flank from Aniki. Gets 2 picks there. Forces the Suzu, which gets the 2 picks. So good stuff. Um, Hopefully we get a cleaner fight here. Nice little block forced out early by Fish. And Maze dropping it up really low. Suzu comes out. Fish dropping extremely low as well. But the Adam team is just going to push cart for free. Fish decides to drop down here and is dropping incredibly low yet again.
Yeah, but it's actually the Kiriko going down first, Frustrator on this Freya, picking up the first pick finally for the Chillers. Suzu forced out from Basket, but it doesn't matter as Frustrator has found a second 3K for the Freya now. The rest of the fight is just cleanup at this point. Make it 4 for the Freya. Can he get
5K?
5? No,
Oh my
Vin
god,
gonna
Vind is
steal that
selfish.
one away.
Vind is
Frustrator
selfish.
coming alive here. Got the bola in hand. Vin, selfish player. Blame it on him.
Crazy 4K though. I hope that's on the top 10 plays of the week because he actually opens up the fight and just completely takes over. So really good play there by Frustrator. We're gonna see a few ults. Might be an ult dump fight here, especially if we want to get that cart out of what is that called? Out of the choke here.
Yeah, actually coming up at 10 ults here. We'll see if it's going to be a massive dump. Kitsune Rush out first from Adam. Blizzard in response by Vin. Counter Kitsune Rush comes through. Adam going to trade one before he goes down. Fuzzy trying to keep the fight going now with this Annihilation, but the beat perfectly timed from Booney to keep everyone healthy. And the cleanup comes through here for Fish. Nightfire, last one alive. Going to stall a little bit longer. It was expensive though for the Chillers. They used 4
Yeah.
ults comparison to the Adams only using 2.
Yep, that was a silver lining of the fight there. You only had to use 2 ults, but I don't know. It might be worth if you're on the side of the Chillers if you can get that to the checkpoint. But it looks like they're going to make a contest here. Aniki with the first pick. Actually going to make this fight really difficult for the Chillers, and they're just going to run out of there. So really good. I mean, it's unfortunate they didn't get it to at least the lead or checkpoint, but they kind of wasted Blizz there, so I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, actually, the Chillers have to be careful. They're still down 1. They don't have checkpoint, so that respawn is so far away. They're just taking the fight down 1 member. Now Sanctuary comes in for Adam, and finally the Chillers are going to get out of there. You know, now regrouping as 5, and of the ults wasted. Actually, Aniki used the High Noon in that as well. Yeah. The Adams not finding any value out of their huge ult advantage there. And so now completely even neutral fight. Fuzzy, Nightfire so low, just trying to block
so out of
their way out of this.
You're gonna see the May go down and possibly the Mizuki.
Yeah, but Aniki in the outside of the fight gets a pick, so they still trade it out 2 for 2 now. Anyone's fight. TP in from Adam, catches right into the side of Fish, picks up both kills. It's only Fuzzy left, has the Annihilation in hand, gonna pop it, trying to win this 2v1. Nowhere for Basket to go, and Fish not having the form, just trying to stay alive. The spawns are in the advantage of the Chillers, and so Fuzzy not able to pick up both kills, just trying to get out with his life. Adam now back. Should be able to keep the Ramatra alive. And a late kill on the Kiriko means they potentially are going to be up a support here.
Yeah, and the last support that you wanted to be down, because Basket does have that rush, which would be very beneficial here. So we're going to see how the Chillers are going to respond in this fight. Fish does get chained. Rush does get blocked by the wall. Huge wall from Night Fighter there. Or Nightfire.
Hunter Consider Rush coming in from Adam. Fish down so quickly to that one. Vind can only stay in the block for so long. You're going to go down as well. It's another nice ult fight for the Adams. 1 for 1 on the Kitsune rushes. However, because they used their 3 ults a little bit later, it's actually the Chillers coming up with a big advantage here. But Adams trying to push for this checkpoint.
Suki's going to drop a little bit low here in the Bayjax. No.
Fish trying to keep the fight going with the Annihilation, but he's just in the middle of 4 people. You can't block 360 degrees. He's going to go down. It is traded out once again, and Frustrator gets another, but the checkpoint is claimed. Vind stepped away from the bot there a little bit too long, and even though the Adams are down 1 member, they steal away the butt scratch, and now trying to get out with their life. Disaster of a fight there for the Chillers. They use 4 ultimates, and lose the checkpoint.
Yeah, and we're going to see Fish swap onto the Orisa here. It might be just a matchup thing for him. I know Fish is not... He likes the Orisa, but he also likes the Ram. So he might just be feel a little more confident in the matchup here with the Orisa pick. I'm not mad at it at all. I like the horse character, so we'll see how it plays out here.
Gold Forest Fuzzy with the Annihilation, just gonna clean this one up. The Chillers are so low. Frustrator kind of got split off there from the rest of the team. Just kind of found himself in the middle of 4 Adams. Gonna go down. And once again, the Adams using 1 ult to win the fight. And they've already got checkpoints, so they can start extending this lead.
Yeah, man, we're seeing a really good game out of Fuzzy. He's getting some good picks. Aniki's following up really nicely on these flanks. Adam goes for a little flank hook there. Nice cheeky little play. And Aniki does get his ult canceled, and Fish kills him. We're going to see a nice Suzu come out of basket to nullify the freeze, and the Chillers are pushing the bot. So depending on how this fight goes.
It's a huge freeze though. Nightfire actually managed to freeze Vind with that left click perk, and another freeze onto Vind as well. Doesn't quite get the kill on the Reaper. Almost heroics there, you know, by the silver player on the May, but not quite gonna get it done. So the Chillers, they do stabilize here. Didn't cost them any ults, which is huge. So yeah, now they can try to get back in this map.
If you're the Adam team, you're not mad at that fight at all, because you stalled card out for so long that you get to take another fight here in this neutral position.
They say
Rush is gonna come out early from basket. Fuzzy is dropping really low. Has blocked it. It's still so low. We're gonna see another Bola come out, and the Fish will come out. Yeah.
Manages to pull in 4 members of the Adams. Didn't find any kills, but just the displacement enough. It will get the job done. 2 ults, and now the Chillers are finally going to be able to get this checkpoint. 1 fight away from claiming the lead with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, checkpoint. And I mean, if Butt Scratch didn't take 20 seconds, could possibly take the lead, but they're going to hold up here. I like this positioning. make the walk up really hard for them. Adam already dropping really low on the Mizuki there, and actually Frustrator trying to pick onto the maze. So we're just gonna push, keep pushing as we push the cart as well. Vent on the Reaper. Now, I didn't even notice he swapped Reaper. Fish gets a kill onto Aniki as well. This Ram is gonna die, and we're actually gonna see a lead from the Chillers here with under 2 minutes to go. So really good fight, really good picks there. Frustrator coming in clutch with those picks. So
And once again, the Chillers are so good with not using a lot of their ults here. Another fight where they use no ults, get the victory. They still have 3 ults coming up on 5 ults in hand with only a minute left. And the lead,
my God.
and then to get going with the early Blossom. Sanctuary just a little bit too late from Adam. Fuzzy trying to stabilize now with the Annihilation, but it's a nice beat from Booney to keep himself alive. Vind did get kind of split though, so he will go down, and Fish so low the block there, the gold just didn't come in time. Kitsune rush from basket is just a little too late to save the Tank's life, and
not a big
might
fan.
want that one back.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. You already got so many ults out of the Adam team there that it's okay if you lose that fight there. You get to take an ult fight here on your side of the point with the last like minute of the match here. But all good. We got a Fish ult coming in, an Aniki ult on the side, a High Noon that's potentially going to get some big value.
Yeah, Fish just trying to make sure he doesn't get frozen by the Mei once again.
Nice wall.
Looking forward, so low, doesn't even have time to pop ultimate. Now Vind back on the Mei, completely stuck in the team. Fuzzy trying to stay alive, block slopping for his life.
Ooh.
The Mei duel is won here by Vind, staying alive with the wall in the corner. The Adam still up a tank, trying to make this fight work. 19 seconds left. Vind once again stalling even more with the block in hand. Finally coming out of that one, and finally the Mei goes down, but he bought so much time that Fish is back here with the Terra Surge on point, trying to look at to end it right here. Pulls in on Aniki, gets the kill on the Cassidy. This High Noon's the only ult they had left here. Kitsune rush from Adam. Fish so low. Suzu there from basket, trying to stay alive. Fish nowhere to run. Has the gold though, should be able to get into cover, but basket not so lucky. Vind throwing the blizzard
Big
from
freeze
downtown,
coming out here
picks
from
up
Vind.
Adam. Fuzzy gets frozen as well, and that might just do it here. It was such a good map from the Adams, but the Chillers in the end find the win here on Colosseo.
Awesome map 1. Like I said, this game's going to be atomically chill.
What a close map 1 that was. And honestly, you know, from how good it looked from the Adams, I think what cost them was really their ult usage. There was too many fights where they used 3 ults just to lose, and yeah, that really cost them in the end.
Fish with the nice little play of the game here. We're going to see some cards coming up. Yeah. I feel like the Freya, I forget what the Freya's name is. The Freya had a really clutch plays. Yeah, Frustrator had some really clutch plays. Maybe they weren't like lighting up the kill feed all the time, but I feel like when they needed it the most, that Freya kit would get like 2 or 3 picks to start off the fight. So really good stuff there.
Well done by Frustrator and the rest of the Chinatown Chiller is going to start up the series 1-0. We'll see what the Adams have for us in store map number 2 after a short little break. Don't get anywhere.
These beats are the purest. Roll it, roll it. beats are the purest, roll it, roll it.
Welcome in everyone to the Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 3. The Chi-Town Chillers are up 1-0 after a really close Colosseo match. We move over to Numbani now as picked by the Adams. Chillers banning out the Kiriko. Adams going to ban the Freya in response. Frustrated looks so good on the Freya in map number 1, Tommy, so I feel like this is like a big respect ban for him.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know too much about Frustrated's hero pool, but if he was eating you up on that Freya and you don't have like a Freya player or anything to match it, then I think it's a pretty good, solid ban. We are gonna see, I feel like some dive comps come out from the side of the Chillers. They've got Spicy on tank, so we know he likes running the Has and whatnot. So it'll be a cool little map to see. I wonder what the Adams are gonna play though. I have no clue.
Yeah,
I have no ball knowledge.
We're going to see Adam actually move over to the tank here with Austin coming in on DPS. I think this Austin plus Aniki DPS line, honestly, one of the scariest in the league. Both of these players are just insane, completely take over a lobby. And yeah, Aniki going to start on this Tracer. Is actually looked really good when we saw it on this exact map in week number 1, honestly.
Yeah, I know Aniki's. I played against him, played with him. He's a really good player, so got some crazy mechanics. I'm sure he's gonna eat on the Tracer, especially with the Fish brig. This is gonna be pulse bombs for days for Fish.
Might not look forward to that one, as we are going to see, it looks like the Ana Brig mirror with the Kiriko ban. You'd expect to see a lot of Ana here. You play a lot of Ana, Tommy, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I play Ana when there is a Kiriko, when there isn't a Kiriko, when there's a Zarya Tracer. Check ball. We're running it. You feel me?
Yeah, and interesting, the Adam's actually going to not run a dive comp with Adam playing the Zarya. Potentially just thinking about countering out Spicy on the D.Va. Maybe they expected this one. Little scouting ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. The Zarya on Numbani is kind of... Maybe for first point it can work, but after that, I feel like you have to swap.
Yeah, it is actually going to be really difficult to displace Adam from this high ground. He could just stand up here forever with the bubbles. We'll go down to the low ground, but Aniki getting the first pick in the back with Frustrator. That's the thing, you can't leave the Tracer unmarked, and then as soon as they lose their hit scan, Adam can just walk forward with his energy and completely destroy the rest of the Chillers. So they got to start again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Aniki was eating underneath the stairs. He was doing so much damage onto the backline, was able to get that first kill into Frustrator, forced just so many cooldowns out, and just attention, just resources in general. So really good play from Aniki there, and nice follow-up from the rest of his team. And we are gonna see a swap off from the D.Va onto the Hazard. I like it. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know about Zarya here because I feel like it's not gonna work.
Vind over on the Tracer swap. We're gonna see some really high SR Tracer duel here underneath potentially, as the Chillers have decided to not go the coast route, instead going through this high ground. Spicy jumping in towards the back. It's a bubble from Adam to try to keep one member of his team alive, but the rest is gonna go down. Vind winning the Tracer duel was the start of that one, and the rest of Adam's just gonna go down. Austin's High Noon didn't really find the value that they were looking for. And that's going to be
Yeah,
the
that
first cap coming through here for the Chillers.
that was a sick little play from Vint. He got his recall forced out first, actually, and then comes in with a full clip melee, blink melee onto Aniki. Probably wasn't expecting it, but yeah, if you're Aniki, you gotta expect that Vin got some hands on the Tracer.
Yeah, quite possibly the most talented player in the league. Currently he may be a tank main, but those mechanics definitely transfer over here to other heroes. Just looking for the Tracer duel again. Aniki actually going to get a bubble from Adam just to make sure that he won't lose that Tracer duel this time.
And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to this Zarya comp. Like, Zarya's just sitting main, gonna get forced out, get bubbles forced out. They're gonna take high grounds for free. Like, Finn already gets a pick onto Austin, and it's not looking good. We do see a little nano come out on the side for the Zarya, but just, I don't know. This pick can't really walk. Does have a grab here, so we'll see if he can make a play with this.
Yeah, Adam, he got nanoed, but like you said, no speed, no height, just couldn't walk at any real target. Now, nice wall from Spicy just
Huge
to
stagger
deny,
pick.
any retreat there from the Zarya. And with that late kill, even if Adam lives here on the Anand, and she will, it's going to be really hard for anyone to touch this one. Aniki may be able to come over top looking for one touch. Austin is walking forward as well, rolls forward, flashbang onto Fish, but Vin from behind gets the execute kill. Nightfire does counter bash one, but the overclock from Frustrator just going to clean up on the high ground. No one really to contest this Sojourn. It's another 3K for the hit scan.
Yeah,
And
I just
4 minutes in the time tank for the Chillers.
I think the Adams are just getting comp gapped, unfortunately. And honestly, the Chillers are doing a really good job though of just like picking a target. Spicy jumps on it. The Tracer follows up really nicely too. So yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen like the backline from the Chillers is just playing so far away. They're playing so safe. And so it's really impossible for the Adams to walk at anyone with no speed, Grab comes through, does catch 3 members, but the anti as well does trade out 1 with the help of the High Noon from Austin. However, the Adams do need more than this. Rally out from Fish, counter bashed, better bash from Nightfire, but the nano over the top as well to 2K for the nano boosted rallying Brig. Adam back on the Mauga, just looking for anything, gets selected by a basket on point, gonna go down. And now it's just desperation touches for the Adams here. Aniki should be able to get 1 on point. And Nightfire does get 1 trade. It's a nano boost onto the Tracer as well, so maybe still winnable. Aniki with another kill here. So now 3v3, Adam back on the ball. Spicy gets slammed on point, and with Austin back on the Cassidy, is going to pick up the kill. So the Adams, with the help of that nano boost, do manage to stabilize and prevent the full cap there. But still a lot of work to do. Almost 3 minutes left in the time bank.
Yeah, was gonna say too, big plays from the supports there on the side of the Chillers. I like that rally a lot from Fish, and then the basket nano to save Fish when you drop low there and just take more space. They almost capped the point.
Yo, where's Fish going? Yeah, Fish is DC'd.
He's in there, man.
Fish is surely DC'd. Spicy does pick up another kill onto Austin, but the pause comes through a little too late to save the life of the Brig. And yeah, little question on this pause here. Generally, you're not supposed to pause in the middle of team fights. And kind of messes up both teams here. Type before the fight, but the fight already happened, man. That's not relevant. Doesn't matter if you typed it, but like the fighting was happening.
I don't know. It's just like I feel like a courtesy thing too. Like if we call pause, I don't know. Exactly, yeah. Like just cancel the match. I don't know.
And just restart this one. Let's just run it back. Complaining? Well, I believe
ladies.
part of the, we're gonna do this. Fuzzy's got a parlay, so he's got to. We need to change the outcome here. I don't know if anyone else has any parlays on this one. I think in the pick'ems, Actually, I wonder what the most pick. Surely the Chillers were the favorites with the pick'ems.
So far, though, all things considered, we do have a pretty like manageable time bank for the Atoms to deal with here. They're probably gonna. They did get the pick onto the brick, which I feel like should win them the fight. So they should take another like 20 seconds off. You just had to reset rally charge as well. So all things considered, this might be pretty good map for the Atoms. Pretty good defense hold here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they did lose Austin. Actually, we're just gonna go right back in. Fuck if
Fuck
anyone
it.
said R, we're just going in. Um, Back into the map. Vin gonna go down. So the Atoms are gonna get the win, even though they did lose one. So Fish's DC did cost them a fight.
Yeah, that fight doesn't count. I don't know. But we are gonna come up on a few ults here. I wonder how Basket's gonna use this nano. I think he's gonna probably just hit it onto the Has. Big pick from Frustrator though. Got a nice little shot, rail shot onto the Ana.
High nude from Austin, just trying to stay alive, but Spicy lunging in, headshot for the kill, getting tickled from behind from Vind as well. Now 3 ults online for the Chillers just to finish this one off. Overclock over the top as well. Nano boosted, because why not? Aniki, last person alive to get a touch here. Just trying to stall it out, and finally, the Chillers are going to cap. Though, 124, a lot better than the 4.5 minutes that they came into to third point with.
It was the classic pause, ice the kicker method there from the side of the Atoms.
Smart.
Somebody DDoSed Fish.
Yeah, break Fish's keyboard so he couldn't move right, and then cause him to die, and take 3 minutes off the clock.
Mm-hmm. But in all seriousness, there was a good fight from the Chillers at the end right there. Frustrated with some nice picks to start off the fight and clean up the fight at the end there. Nice little nano OC to get that 3K. I think he was trying in the back line, to cause some distractions, but it was too late. Too little too late.
Yeah. I will say, though, the last time the Atoms played this map, I believe they gave up a massive time bank, but then got a better time bank on their own attack. So it's very possible here that we see, a better push from the Atoms, and they're looking to adjust with the Sigma pick here.
Interesting. Sigma on attack. Interesting. Surely I might be getting baited. This is my strat right here. Just fool the casters until the last 2 seconds.
No, I think this is real. I mean, I think the Atoms kind of want to play this weird game of not playing a dive comp on tank. And so, let's just pick the tank that kind of counters Spicy the best. The Zarya is not as good into the Has, so maybe we go with the Sig looking for the rocks, potentially.
Maybe. We'll see how it works out. It's not making much sense to me, but...
Pulling this out of the Styx Ferryman book where I was running Sigma on attack on Dorado. Maybe that.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, but they are rotating pretty nicely here.
Yeah,
Spicy's gonna catch the rotate here.
Alright, we'll find out. The rock onto Fish. Brick has to be a little careful. Spicy as well, just forced back, and now the Sig has made their way up to the high ground, so the Sports just have to leave this one behind. Another rock looking for Frustrator, not going to find it. Adam eating the rock there from Spicy. And an anti onto the Hazard's just going to force him further back onto point now. They've kind of flipped the map entirely, so it looks like the Chillers are the one attacking. Spicy just going to stay on point as long as he can.
Big nade coming in from Basket, though. Gets both the back
they can't
lines.
Find anything. Spicy goes really deep for this one. It's a nice rock from Adam. Maybe not what Spicy needed to do there. Now the rest of this backline is completely cut off. They're on the wrong side of the map. Nowhere to go. The only way is through the point. Adam's going to set themselves up here. Vind surely going to be able to get some touches And with a nice pick from Frustrator, maybe the Chillers can find their way back in this fight.
Yeah,
Fish
this is just what you
brawling on
needed.
point now. So low is the break, but the nano boost from Basket is good. Anti not in time to save the tanks a life. And so the Chillers do a really nice job of stabilizing and holding on this defense.
Man, I'm telling you, this Frustrator guy, dude, he's just clutch. Did he not just get the first pick for that fight too?
Yeah. Yeah, Frustrator
and also big
is
touch from Vin as well.
26-1 right now on this this Sojourn. Absolutely dominant. You know, not having a dive tank to really put pressure on this hit scan really just allows them to take over the lobby like this, and he's making the most of it for sure.
Yeah. We're gonna see a nice little tracer duel by the bus here. Both recalls get forced out. High Noon's gonna come out from the side of the Adams. Doesn't pick up much.
Yeah, just
Looks
using that one a little early. Fish forced to bash off that high ground. Now the Adams, instead of taking the rotate through the room, just going to set up on the high ground for now. Bolts in hand, rally from Fish, looking to brawl Adams on this high ground. Does get a bash onto the opposing break, but Spicy gets taken down again. Adam making his way onto point, potentially does get saved though. The nano boost onto Austin, gets a 3K with it. It's only Vind and Basket alive, but Austin with a 4K in the fight. And the only one on point to get the cap. And the key gonna finish the last kill there. The nano boosted Cassidy gonna do just enough for the Adams here to cap point A.
And unfortunately, I actually really like the rally coming out from Fish. They were able to take some space there, get the pick onto the brick, but just wasn't enough. They got picked apart by the side of the Adams, but good fight there. Good attack. They capped it with Sigma. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, maybe this is the wave.
You know, I mean, this Sigma is a really good hero right now. You know, just generally in the meta. And, you know, if you're playing it just to more so counter the dive, we've seen it a few times where Spicy has just gotten caught by these rocks and lost their life to it. And maybe that's all you need in these fights. Vind, though, gonna get one, and it's another rock.
Nice
again,
sweep
onto
from
Spicy,
Basket onto
Anti
Anti.
as well. However, the rest of the team, Austin was kind of split off there, and so even though the tank goes down, it is still a one-man advantage for the Chillers. Fish trying to brawl out the Sigma on point. He does have an Ana pocket though, so I don't know
like
if
this
he's
Sigma
exactly
should
winning
die,
that
no?
one. I mean, he's a tank with a pocket. You're fighting as a brig, right? Flux here for Adam, only catches on to Fish. The nano boost gonna keep him alive. The Spicy's ultimate does catch out Nightfire as well. And so it's a really nice downpour there from the Hazard. 2 ults for 1, and only under 2 minutes now here for the Adams.
Yeah, it is 2 ults for 1, but honestly worth it if you are the Chillers, you know? You still get to hold
Look
this
where Vind
positioning
is.
on Numbani.
Been kind of sneaky on this flank. Looking for Adam. Does not really go for the one clip. Gonna fall down.
Spicy
Fish
does
actually
get
gets the
rocked,
first pick,
though.
but once again, Spicy getting rocked. Yeah, just gonna go down. Rally on point for Fish. Surely this time he can brawl out the Sigma. The Grasp not gonna save you from the flails there. Austin does trade the Tracer, but he's just gonna walk off the map.
This is the sleeper backline from the side of the Chillers. I feel like this Fish, Brig, and Basket Ana has been really good.
Yeah, and we've seen it, right? Where even if Spicy goes down, Fish is not scared at all, but just play point and brawl like he is still on tank.
Yeah.
Nightfire just standing in the Sojourny, nowhere really to go there, surrounded on all sides. It's a nice anti from Adam onto 2, and they will get the trade onto Vind. So maybe still can go with this one. We've ended up in a Zarya mirror now as both tanks have swapped to it. Both support outs for the Adams. See if they want to keep going on this fight. It's actually the overclock out first here from Frustrator. Nano boosted as well. Austin doesn't care though. He's just going to take the 1v1. Doesn't even need the nano boost. And Adam going to finish that one off. Rally on point as well from Nightfire just to make sure the rest of the team stays healthy. The balls on Austin just to 1v1 a nano overclock, and he just doesn't care.
Yeah, that was a really good. Also, a really good nade from Adam there to onto the nanoed Sojourn there. So That's what really helped Austin pick up that kill. And yeah, Austin with the balls of steel there.
Now moving into third point. It's a low time for the Atoms. If they want to get another attack, they are going to have to cap with time. Luckily for them, though, they have the ult to do it. It's going to be the grab from Adam, but it's the first one for Austin. Does go down, though. Vin kind of hiding behind. Adam going to trade one onto Fish, but with one man down on it and the tank falling as well, that's just going to be the reset. And now it's looking really desperate for the Atoms to cap with time.
Yeah, unfortunate bubble there from Adam. I think he was trying to bubble the cast, but it hit the brick somehow. I think if he does get the bubble onto Austin, they get like 2 picks there.
That is really unfortunate.
Basket poking up from main here, getting some good chip damage in. Trying to build his nano. Fish gets a kill onto Aniki, so this is actually going to be really dangerous for the Atoms here. This is last fight. We want to go in nano here, no?
30 seconds left, and the Chillers recognize that they want to play up, looking for anything here. It's a nano boost onto Fish, and they're just going to get these kills rolling through them. Adam with the late grabs, not going to be able to find anything. Aniki goes down last, only 15 seconds left. Luckily, the payload is fairly close to spawn, so maybe with some quick swaps, they'll be able to get to point, but Adam staying on the Zarya, I don't think that's going to be fast enough, and the grab in spawn from Spicy, just making sure that no one gets to the point. The Chi-Town Chillers looked a little rough there, but they are going to get the map win pretty comfortably in the end. Some counter swapping on tank, but they do get it done. Frustrator, once again.
Unethical Overwatch.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. It's part of the game. But yeah, this guy, this Frustrator guy, when you need him the most, he just appears.
Crazy. Well, on the back of Frustrator, the Chi-Town Chillers going to go up 2-0 in the series. We'll see if the Adamant Atoms have anything left for us in map number 3 after this break. Don't go anywhere.
beats are the purest, roll it, roll it.
Welcome back, everyone, to Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 3. The Chinatown Chillers up 2-0 in the series, looking to close us out here. Map number 3. The Adamant Adams picking Ilios, going for another dive map. The Chillers going to ban up the Mizuki this time with the Tracer ban in response from the Adams. The Adams just banning all the DPS here in this series, and the Chillers just only banning supports, it seems. So
yeah, and we do get an interesting look at the lineup here. It looks like the side of the Chillers is going to be running Spicy Tank, Fish, Basket, DPS, Vind, Booney backline. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what they're going to roll out on, because this seems like a slightly bit of a sillier comp, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Fish on support all season, or at least I don't remember Fish playing support.
He's on
not Fish.
DPS.
Sorry, Vin. Sorry, Vin
Okay.
support Fish DPS. I don't think we've seen this all season.
Yeah.
So that'll be really exciting to see here. I was hoping for the spicy tank, not the spicy tank, the Adam tank. For my own pred on the podcast I made earlier in the week.
You mean Aniki Tank?
Sorry, I'm just saying all the wrong names, aren't I? Yes, Aniki tank. But maybe if the Adams win this map, then we'll see Aniki tank. Maybe, right?
Put the bottle down, Nave.
No, I need more. It's never enough. We'll say though, Fuzzy is starting on
you
the
were half right.
Roadhog.
You were half right. We don't have Aniki on tank, but we do have a Roadhog, which is close enough. Fuzzy Roadhog is close enough.
I'm excited for the Fuzzy
Look at this
Roadhog.
comp on the Chillers.
I mean, this is just... Basket is playing... Oh, no, he's on Hazard. Unlucky, bro. No Roadhog.
Boo.
I'm so sad.
I got baited. Can't believe I fell for my own trick.
Well, got baited. Yeah, Fuzzy playing on this hazard, just kind of jumping over atop on these rooftops. Looking for basket, maybe. The Bastion taking a little bit of damage, forced down. It's actually Vind who's in a little bit of trouble here. Does get the nice peel there from Booney. Nice whip shot. Just gonna keep his Ana alive. But they do trade out one. Austin has found his way into the back line. But a nice 2K from Fish, though. Should get the first cap here for the Chillers. Fish might be pretty unmarked here on this venture. No cast or anything to really deal with it.
Hold up, I'm setting up my camp so I can watch these fights. Oh no, Basket has left the
whoa.
game.
Basket
Toxic.
is DC'd here, asking for the pause. I'm not really sure what happened. It didn't really seem like anyone on the Chillers had recognized that Basket had DC'd. So yeah, not really sure how that happened.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Game crash, says Fish in chat. That's unfortunate for him.
I guess this time can't complain about the pause. I mean, there was nothing going on.
Yeah, this time actually was pre-fight, yeah. But once again, another, late death or whatever you have it, or the DC this time benefits the Atom, so they're already up one, in the fight.
Looks like, oh, we're going back in. Basket is apologizing. I forgive you, Basket.
So, Basket, just a simple game crash. We'll come back really quickly here. Fuzzy going so deep, does get Booney. The peel from Spicy, just not enough there to keep the Brig alive. Trying to trade out one onto the Juno, is going to get it. Will cost them their mech, though. And
Fish
eventually
has been contesting point this whole time while the Chillers are getting picked, so this actually might work out in the favor. Ooh, almost gets the Shion too. That was really close.
Yeah, eventually Fish goes down, but the Atoms, for being up one in the fight, they still had to use an ultimate with the Anaki's copy.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Nice little wall eat from Spicy, though. They're going to take this high ground. They're going to walk there on a Bastion. I think Bastion just falls off. Nice little nano boost coming onto the Diva here. Going to look for the squishies. Spicy's in there. Potential kill onto the Juno. Yep, finds his. And they're going to walk point here, nice and slow. Fish gets the kill onto the Kiri. And this is looking like a good fight for the Chillers.
No supports alive, and Fuzzy 1 HP trying to cling back on, but no, the drill run from Fish there. Gonna push that hazard off the map and confirm this flip back for the Chillers. So maybe when they actually have all 5 people, and don't have a DC, they can win fights. Basket is, look at where Basket is on this Bastion.
He's got Bastion tech, yeah.
This is some great. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play there before on Bastion. You can get there fairly easy with the nades.
Oh, Spicy is kind of emptying his brains off, but does have the bomb,
to use
so maybe he'll
the
live?
bomb, but no. Just gonna get caught. Fish does get one trade, but he's gonna go down for that as well. It is only gonna be a 1-for-1 from the venture. It's a nice downpour. Does catch the Ana point. Rally used from Booney. Just trying to keep this fight going. However, is still the one-man advantage for the Atoms. The spree coming through from Austin, looking for the Ana, but he sprees off the map! No!
Fish gets a kill onto the Echo, so we're actually up 3 for the Chillers, and they might actually just win the fight here. That is
Absolute
crazy.
disaster for the Atoms there. Austin ults off the map, and the stall from the supports, Booney and Vind, just good enough for the rest of the respawns to come through from the Chillers. They're gonna win the round.
Shout out Booney, man. That was a great rally. I thought it was like, I didn't know if it was worth, and they end up winning the fight because of it. He's able to stable his backline, stable his Bastion, boop the hazard off to the point, and buy time for his tank and Fish to get back. So that was actually a big play. Big play from Commissioner.
Yeah, the support line from the Chillers has really been standout in these last 2 maps.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's on that backline. They just play well.
Yeah, whether it's Vin Booney or if it's Basket and Fish, they just doing their job, keep the rest of the team alive. And They get the job done there. It's going to be slight cop swaps here. It's going to be the Lucio Kiri for the Chillers. And Austin moving off the Shion over onto the Cassidy. Basket on this Widowmaker. Looking for picks. Dodges out these sticky grenades of Anarchy. Just trying to look for anything here on the side.
Suzu forced early, which is gonna allow Fish to get nice little damage on the dive.
Grapple shot in the air, and Vin picks up one. Anarchy has dove so deep into the backline, looking for a kill onto Basket, but that's only gonna find himself back in the spawn room after that one. Fish does get traded out here by Fuzzy. So maybe the Adams can still try to fight this one out. Austin gets a second as well. Respawn's coming back now, but Spicy with 2. Fuzzy solo gonna go down surely.
Yeah.
And so the Chillers will get the first cap here on Burrows.
Got a little scared for the Chillers there, but they were able to get the necessary picks and stable each other. Nice care from Vind onto the Widow as the Hazard flew in. But yeah, pretty solid first win fight for the Chillers. I don't know, it's looking pretty rough for the Adams here, but I think they can pull through. They got a Aniki on the Echo now.
Spicy is fighting in the side room. Vin TP'd in to try to help the Hazard, but it's only going to be him that falls instead. It's a 2K for Fuzzy, and just a weird decision there by the 2 members of the Chillers. They have this Widowmaker controlling all these outside angles, so they take the fight in the one spot where the Widow can't see anything.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And they lose because of it.
Maybe getting a little too silly there. But yeah, we do have a downpour coming on from the side of both Hazards here. So we'll see how this plays out. Suzu's wolfing it to get forced, and early Suzu comes out of Vin, so it's a huge downpour. Rush does get response, and another downpour, also huge. Gets the brig maybe. Yes, brig goes down to the downpour.
Still ultimates for the Adams, the Kitsune Rush plus the High Noon on point. Just trying to make sure they get some kill in trade for their brig going down, but they're not going to do it. The Chillers do a really nice job of LOSing both of those ultimates. Fuzzy now trying to look for anything. It's a nice Suzu once again from Vind. Booney and Fish going to go down, so it is still an even fight. Actually, 1-man advantage as the brig has returned from spawn, but Basket getting another pick. 2 more for the Cass, and yeah, they're gonna do it. Yeah, she swapped off with Impresight. He had the ult online, and he just didn't care.
Honestly, I wouldn't either. Good swap from Basket here. He's gonna be able to do a lot more on the Cass, I feel like. Gets instantly picked as I say that. My bad. My bad, Basket.
Vin kind of hiding here on the side, going in with the tongue shot here. Does pick up Austin, looking for more. The brig here trying to fight out Nightfire, just nowhere left to go. The rest of his team kind of abandoned them there. And so it's a nice sneaky play from Fish just to get that you know, one ult, one fight win, and they still have ults in the bank for what could be last fight here of the series.
Yeah, really good. Nice little flank tectonic shock. Good follow up from Vin. They're gonna go early with Rush here. I do really like this. Downpour comes out, whiffs. So does Rally. Rally comes out and Noon. So I think the Chillers are gonna try to win it all here, making it last fight territory. Nice beat from the side of the Chillers as well. And is anybody even gonna be able to touch? Spicy gets a late pick and Downpour in their spawn pretty much, and it looks like Aniki's gonna try to touch.
Yeah, Anarchy should be able to get to the point here, but the question is, will they have any team left alive? Fuzzy and Adam still alive in the backline. They were able to survive the rest of the duel. Anarchy forced to use Copy on point just to not die. Copies that Kiriko, but with the tank here coming back for the Chillers, maybe still possible. Kitsune rush out. They will trade 1-for-1 supports, but I think the Kiri is the better pick here. It's a second Kitsune rush from Anarchy. Double lane, and they will get the flip, plus the kill onto Fish. Spicy solo, eventually going to go down, so the Adam's not done quite yet.
Yep, Basket does get a nice little exit pick there, but does get picked up afterwards, so I don't know if it'll mean too much. We're just one fight away for the Chillers.
Yeah, but they used everything in that fight. Was that a mistake to play so far up, you know, use all their ultimates, and they lost? And so
I like the idea.
Yeah, I like the idea. I think maybe it was a little too early, right?
Yeah,
they just fought when someone could get the touch.
I think they weren't ready for that when they were
Fuzzy,
using their
though,
ults.
so far up, it's a huge downpour, catches all 5 members, but there's just no follow-up by Austin! Never mind, the High Noon does get the kill, so they do trade it out. It is one-man advantage. However, Tank on point, Spicy trying to survive, not gonna be able to do so. Fish, with any
Fish.
heroics left in him, gonna get 2, but it's not quite enough. Booney, the last alive on point, is gonna activate overtime, but he is down 1. It's only 1 Lucio here alive. No one else is going to be able to make it back, and by all odds, the Adam's going to win that round.
Yeah, man, I told you, but they still got it in them. They can pull through. But yeah, I think they did a really good job of touching point. Aniki really clutch with that touch there, as the Chillers are using all 5 ults in their spawn.
Yeah, if you lose this map, that decision to fight so far up may come back to haunt them there. But still another round to go. Spicy looking like they're gonna play the Diva here instead of the Hazard. Kind of, with the Bastion, back on this Bastion here for Basket as well.
Now, is this a TP out of spawn, or is he reading the Diva pick?
Surely it's just a 2P, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's back on Echo.
Yep.
Either way, though, Echo's still a pretty good matchup into the Diva, so...
Fish is over on Torb. Fish is playing Torb now.
Fish is locked in. He's like, I'm not losing this. I'm just going to play Torb.
Yeah. Maybe Fuzzy got so much value there that he's just looking to really counter dive this Hazard. Going in here with the overload. Just trying
Also back
to
onto the
right click,
Bastion.
but Fuzzy has managed to find the first pick here onto Booney, and now with no E to stay nice and healthy, Fish gonna go down as well. So the Adams continue to roll with the momentum from last map, gonna get the first cap here.
Yeah, good pick from Fuzzy to get Lucio first. He is dropping really low here on this left side. Suzu does get forced out from Vind, and Spicy dropping extremely low. Is gonna get stable, it looks like. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, should just about be able to survive there. Fish so low as well. It did really cost a lot of cooldowns from both teams. Spicy does try to go in on Aniki, will pick up the kill, but losing the mech as well. The downpour does hit onto Booney. And so Fuzzy should be able to clean up this fight. It's only Fish alive here for the Chillers. He does have a turret, but the turret's not quite as good as a Kiriko, it seems.
And it was like a good pick
Fuzzy's
from Spicy,
farming
but at what
charge
cost?
off the turret.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Getting his Adam his rush.
Yeah, it's actually huge. Adam to get this rush here, gonna be, a few percentage ahead of Vin. Not really much, but maybe a few.
He'll be able to match hit or anything.
Yeah.
Nice wall coming up from the side of Fuzzy here. Is gonna be able to split them off. Aniki does get that first pick onto Fish here, and they're fighting for cages right now. Rush does come out on the side of the Chillers and beat. So they use both support ults here just to kind of stable. Austin gets 2 anyway.
Austin once again with a 2K High Noon, just gonna get it done, and that's a disaster for the Chillers. They used both support ults in the fight, and the Adams only need the High Noon.
Yep, and we're approaching last fight territory here. We're gonna have Rush to start it off, and then Rally to sustain, and then a copy as well. So Aniki, you're probably gonna see him on a nice little devious flank here and use that copy. As Rush comes out first.
Adam's just gonna go straight down main and don't even bother with anything special. Nightfire though does get traded. However, Spicy didn't quite get the remech there after the bomb was used. It is a one-man advantage here for the Chillers, and with Fuzzy going down, it should be potentially a fight win. It's only Aniki, and once that duplication expires, I think this Echo is gonna get traded a little late.
Am I tripping? I feel like the Adam should have won that fight. They got the first pick, D-Mech onto the Diva, and
yeah, unfortunately,
and they had Rush. They're playing in Rush.
They just got really split up. I don't know exactly what happened, but Nightfire was all the way by Spicy and just kind of get caught in the middle of the team, and Fuzzy also jumped away from their own Akiriko. Molten Core out early here from Fish. It is just going to be kited by the Atom, so well done by them just to avoid that ult. Now they can re-engage potentially with
Yeah.
this rally on point. Suzu forced early from Vind as well, but Austin going down, maybe a problem. It's another gigantic downpour from Fuzzy, his second one in this map, and that might just do it here for the Atoms. Fish trying to stay alive with the help of his Kiriko. Vind, Kitsune Rush, last-ditch effort, should be able to stabilize. Spicy still alive with the baby, not going to be able to get the remech. Basket has swapped over to the Torb, but still the copy second hazard has hit the point here, and so Vind and Fish just gonna get collapsed from that one. The Adams looked like it was over for them, but they are gonna win away Ilios here and keep this series going. They're gonna take map number 3.
Oh my god, do you smell that?
I do.
Is that
I
a
think
is
I
that a
do.
reverse sweep?
Maybe.
Nah, but a really good point win there from the Adamant Adams. I think they heard me when I said, nah, they can still pull through. They're like, you know what, Tommy's right, we can't pull through.
Half Fuzzy, just every single downpour that this guy was hitting was just fight winner after fight winner. Crazy stuff.
I will say
there
also
from the hazard.
The Chillers looked a little more discombobulated, just kind of all over the place, not as organized and uniformed as they were on the other maps. They're probably gonna go back surely to Fish Tank, Vin DPS, and a more standard comp. They almost won that map too, so.
It might be that, playing a comp that they haven't played all season, potentially leading towards that the communication and the coordination just not looking as great.
Yes.
I would expect them to go back to what they were running. However, because of the playtime, they've managed to give everyone on their team 2 maps, so they could play any comp potentially here.
Yep. And honestly, this is all just to solidify our frustrator MVP case here. I'm pushing this agenda. He's gonna come back in, and then they're just gonna win, and then it's gonna be like, oh, frustrator in, that means you win. Frustrator out, that means you lose.
Well, we'll have to see in map number 4 if the Adams can continue their way onto a reverse sweep, or will Frustrator coming back in be the solution for the Chillers. Don't go anywhere. After a short little break, Overwatch Clash continues.
beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome back, everyone, for Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, week number 3. The Adamant Adams taking away Ilios there to stay alive in this series. Now, the Chi-Town Chiller is going to take us over to Shambhala Monastery with the Adams banning out Symmetra and the Chillers banning out the Mauga.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Probably just a matchup thing. I can potentially just see a Ram pick here from the side of the Chillers. Don't want to play Ram into a Malga, so I get it. Pretty good bans from both sides. Sim can be a frustrating hero to deal with, especially in coordinated play, so I like it.
Yeah, interesting. We are going to be having some comp swaps for the Chillers. Frustrator coming back in, as well as Fish. They're going to go back to the comp they ran on map number 1, and the Adams just going to keep what they were running last map.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You just win a map with it. You know, all cope aside, whether it was a silly map or not, you won it, and might as well keep running with it.
Try to keep the momentum going for sure. We are going to be having Fuzzy starting out on the Sigma here. Even though they don't really have a music key, I think still a strong pick, especially into Ram. It could be really hard for him to walk with these walls and these rocks.
Yeah, I'm a little more scared about playing Brig into the Ram comp though. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like the swap should be coming pretty soon, as the Chillers walk this point up. As you know, the usual, walk it to the corner, take the high ground. Fish drops really low, really early though.
Yeah, he
So
actually
we'll see if
used
he's
his
able.
form as well, trying to find any sort of value out of it. It is a wall off from Vind, but it's, I think, even a better wall from Aniki, just to make sure that the Chillers can't really go through here. Now, with the form expiring and Aniki getting the first pick, he is going to get traded out. And the shift from Fuzzy, not able to eat the punches, but Fish just kind of, once again walled off by Aniki there. Just gonna get caught out, and should be a nice win here for the Adams.
Yeah, good hold from the Adams. We're still gonna see Nightfire on this Brig, and actually Basket with the exit pick onto Aniki is actually really big. Vin's gonna run on this high ground, force the Kiri out of there, and force the Kiri out of there.
Yeah, and just with the one pick from the Kiriko there, the Adams are just going to completely surrender the high ground and this first corner. They're playing, really far back, not trying to get any more kills. Fish walking forward though, doesn't even care, does get a punch kill onto Austin there. The Flux from Fuzzy, I don't really think found anything as Vind went for the Blizzard in the back line. The counter Blizzard out from Aniki will freeze out the Mei, but Frustrator has killed 3. Once again, this guy's just popping off.
Yeah, that fight was one low-key before, so it's good cleanup kills from Frustrator. I'm a little distraught by the freeze there from Aniki, probably trying to just make a play. Maybe he's swapping, but a really good fight from the Chillers. Fish feels like he's just always like no armor and somehow living.
Once again, Austin, though, finding values with these high noons. It is continuing rushes from both teams, but with the help of that Deadeye, should get the Adams over the top here. So they do stabilize with a nice win. Did cost them 2 ults, and so they are going to be down in the bank. And once again, Aniki falling down early.
And it's just so unfortunate that it's Aniki because he is like your highest SR player, so you know like that pick sometimes feels like two picks, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, and once again, the Atoms just completely respecting, you know, being down one, they're gonna fall back towards this corner. Aniki is gonna rejoin now, but at a huge ult disadvantage. I imagine they have to play the kite even more. Both melee walls out and Fish so low. Like you said,
Block
I don't know
comes
how
out
this
early,
guy,
so
he's taking a lot of damage, and he's in a lot of trouble as well. Blizzard not finding anything from Vind, and the tank just going to go down early here. Now, Annihilation from Fuzzy just to stay alive, make sure that he doesn't get traded in this fight. Looking for some exit kills as well. Frustrator not going to be able to escape with his life. Booney is going to be a little bit more fortunate, but one ult for one ult. Pretty good for
yeah.
the Atoms.
Yeah, really good play from Fuzzy there. I think that freeze was really for him, and it split him off, but he was able to just keep pressing W, hold that next corner, and he had his Ramo. I saw the vision. He had his Ramo if he did need it. Ended up using it and winning the fight, so yeah, not bad at all. But Vin here with the early pick. Freeze is going to come out with a nice beat on the response from Beanie, from Beanie, from Booney.
Basket is frozen by the Blizzard, and so the Chiller is going to invest more ults just to make sure that they win this fight. Annihilation plus the overclock there should get the job done. And with those late
Yeah.
staggers, didn't catch wave. Oh no, they all caught wave. So maybe they get the touch here, but they don't really have any fast characters.
Oh my god. I'll be right back.
We'll see if the Atoms can get the touch here. Wall out from Fuzzy, but a better wall from Vind. Trying to cut them off, and it will be successful. And so the Atoms not able to contest, and the follow-up fight going to go in favor of the Chillers as well. They make their way onto third point here, 3.5 minute in the time bank for them. Better ults for the Atoms at the very least. They have this slight ult advantage. But we've seen before that the Chillers can just, find an early pick from Basket or from Vind, could completely open up this fight. Block forced early there from Vind. Wall out from Aniki. Kitsune rush here. It's the Deadeye in response from Austin. They have to be careful. Beam comes down as well. Austin still holding the Deadeye, not able to find anything. It's a nice shield from Fish to keep the team alive. However, Vind nowhere to go after the block goes down. So it is a 1-for-1 trade after all of that. Nightfire so low. Fish trying to look for the kills. Not going to be successful. It's a nice slow from Fuzzy onto the backline. And these punches are so good here. Should be able to clean up this fight. It's a 2K from the Ram. Frustrator, does get his one. But he's just going to get staggered here a little bit in the end. 2-for-1 ult fight there. Actually, Vin used the Vin ult? I didn't see Vin's Blizzard. That would have been crazy. I didn't see Vin using the Blizzard there, but he might have. And that's actually huge for the Atoms. They still have the ult advantage. Now Blizzard, does catch onto the tank, but Suzu is there, and the beat from Booney just to make sure everyone stays nice and healthy. Overclock and Annihilation, the combo that worked so well for them before, does again. Fish just trying to block Slop, stay alive, should be successful. It's a nice 2K from the Lucio to clean up the fight. It did cost them everything, but now only one fight left here, maybe for the Atoms to try to contest here. And they are going to have the Deadeye to work with. Aniki swapping over to the Reaper, maybe a little bit faster, trying to get to the point a little quicker. Fuzzy does make a mistake, though. He goes back around main. I think he didn't realize he's the one that had the touch, and he doesn't get there in time. Oh, Atoms, they had the ult advantage there, but they don't touch the point. Mistake from Fuzzy. I think it might have been a call from someone else saying that they had the touch, but in the end, nobody touched the point. And so the Chiller is going to cap with 1:30 left here. Very, very, very good attack for the Chillers. Shambali is a map we talk about as being, more defender favored, especially on that third point. But Chillers make quick work of it. We'll get a nice time bank and looking really good to close out this series. We'll see if the Atoms go for any, maybe comp swaps. Austin hovering the Sojourn here potentially instead of the Cass. Fuzzy maybe going back to the Sigma. Maybe that's just a 0.1 thing that he leaks the Sigma here.
Let's make this quick.
What's up? They have this coming, so let's give it to them.
Apology to chat. It seems like my co-caster, Tommy Slut, had something to take care of, so it is just going to be me for the meantime. However, I can get us through the rest of the map here, need be. Just going to have to suffer through my voice a little bit longer. As it is going to be some swaps here for the Adams. Aniki moving over to the Pharah. Interesting choice, you know, just forgoing the Mei. Looking for maybe these off angles instead on this Pharah. However, his front line just kind of getting run down, though. That is the negative here of not having a Mei Ram, is that the opposing team could just kind of, you know, run down your throat. And Fish getting the first pick on Austin is exactly that. And Aniki only 15% ult charge, just not really finding any value. He has gone so deep on this far. Aniki is all the way behind this second corner. Yeah, and his team is just suffering for it, you know, with him so far away from the fight. His team just gets taken down, and he actually fell frustrated. Hit a nice headshot to take down the Pharah. And the strategy not really working here for the Adams.
I must have caught that E. coli bug because I had to take care of some business on the toilet.
But you're back, though.
I am back. I'm
Yeah,
back and ready
Chiller's-
to cast.
Chiller's able to cap out there pretty comfortably. And with Fish getting another pick onto Austin to open up the fight once again, the Adams, you know, sent back. Blizzard
Oh my God.
on top of it as well here from Vind is going to freeze too. Just to add insult to injury there for the Adamant Adams as they get sent to spawn once again. 2 minutes left and they've made no progress.
Yeah, this is actually looking pretty scary from the Chillers. Really big freeze from Vin there. And they're gonna come up on a ram ult too. Not much to play for on the side of the Adams, so we're gonna need at least another fight before we get some ults up.
One thing they do have is this Aniki barrage. We'll see if he can find any value from it, but he's actually a target. Fish looking for the punches, is going to be able to take down the Pharah a little too close to the ground. The Sojourn Frustrator is caught out a little bit, and so the Adams trying to run this kill down, look for any trades, but Frustrator actually gets the better kill onto Austin there instead, and I don't think they're going to be able to kill the Sojourn. Eventually goes down, but the rest of the team falling, so that pick didn't even really matter in the end, and with that fight win, the Chillers have managed to build up the rest of their ultimates. They got 4 in bank for the last fight.
Yeah, really really big pick from Fish there, and then really good job from the side of the Chillers to like back stable, and then retake that fight as 5, even if they lost one.
Aniki, though, gets the better of basket, and a little hubris there from the Kiriko as they were
Big
just
wall
walking over the
from
walls.
Vin though.
And Frustrator hit another nice headshot. Fish going forward with this annihilation. Should be able to get the fight done. Did cost him 1 ult, so the Adams, you know, they do finally have this ult advantage. But 45 seconds left, and Fuzzy, he's just going to swap off. Doesn't even care about the Ramatra ult.
Yeah, I don't know. You might as well play for it at that point. It's such a good point to like all out in a long fight or something, and but we'll see. They're cooking up something.
Last chance now for the Adamant Adams here in the series, and Nightfire already down early, not able to build that last 10% chance for their ultimate. And Aniki, the barrage, he was holding on to it for so long, but he just goes down. Austin now last-ditch effort with this. Overclock does get the better of their opposing Sojourn, and you know, Vind out of the block might be in trouble, but it's actually Fuzzy who goes down first. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left. It is going to be 1 touch from Aniki, but the dash into the headshot from Basket is going to get the job done. Celebratory 3 ults still in hand for the Chi-Town Chillers. It's a full hold on Shabali's Monastery, and they're going to shut down the Adams and win the series 3-1.
Yeah, the Chillers were not playing that last map. Really good, really huge wall from Vin up at that point to freeze off the tank there and get secure the win fight for them. This is the wall right here that I was talking about. Force him
Yeah,
off the Sig.
brutal.
Nice little cleanup kills from Fish, but you know, really that play came from the Vin wall right there is huge.
Well done by the Chillers. Going to be able to win this series. But now it is our duty here uh, in the prod to award match MVP, and I don't think we even really need to have a conversation on who it's going to be, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think we talked about it earlier. I think safe to say Frustrator. First two maps when it was closer, towards the end there, it was kind of just like everybody was playing really well, like firing on all cylinders. But before then, when the match seemed a lot closer, when the stakes were at the highest, when the fight seemed like they were lost, Frustrator just kept pulling through and clutching it up.
And we are going to have Frustrator in here for a MVP interview. Congratulations, Frustrator, on your victory. How are you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm on normal ping for once, so it's nice.
Oh, that's
I
why he
actually
was.
killed
That's
someone
why
with
he was
OC.
fragging out.
Hmm. Well, one time I missed like all of my OC shots, and I was nanoed, and a little devastating, but
No, but seriously, you played really well. We were talking about it on the cast. We felt like that when you needed to clutch up the most, the picks, the kills on the feed were coming from your Soj, your Freya. Um, you were going crazy. Was it just like a feel good day today, or is just how it normally is for you?
I mean, I feel like I've been like playing well recently in my ranked games, so maybe that
Hmm.
transferred. Um,
Yeah.
Loki wasn't expecting to play Farah, not Farah, Freya. Um, but like I don't know, we were doing like a little warm up, quick play, and I was like, yeah, it feels good. And apparently she's good right now, so I guess it
Yeah, I
just worked
mean,
out.
and you got that 4K, and honestly, that was kind of the momentum shifter. It looked like you guys were kind of struggling at the start of that Coliseo game, but after you got that 4K, it seems like your team kind of settled into it, and you guys are able to pull out the win on that map. And of course, the one map that your team lost today was when you were on the bench, so it seemed you were the only reason why your team was winning today, you could say.
Yeah, someone say that. There may have been some shenanigans going on that one map, but it
Yeah.
worked out in the end.
Yeah, it did work
I,
out. And you were frying on that Freya.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I guess
interesting.
another question for you is, what's kind of your reaction to them kind of target banning you out there? The Soldier on map number one and the Freya map number two. Like, right? Were you expecting that, or like, what was your kind of reaction to those bans?
Like not. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but I guess like if they ban that, I can just play like another hit scan because they're mostly the same. Just like left click people. Shoot my gun is my Shimbone would say. Love that guy.
Is it time? Is it time for El Clasico?
Yeah, I think it is. So last question we got before we send you away here. If you weren't MVP and had to give it to someone else on your team, who would it be and why?
That's a great question. Um, hmm. Loki, I was just trying to shoot people, so I wasn't paying too much attention. Um, so I think fish, like especially that last map, like the fish tank, I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
looked pretty good. Uh, yeah, I think I don't know, all my teammates played well.
Yeah.
You can't say all. You
Even
gotta
like
say one. It's gotta be
yeah,
one.
I'll go with fish.
All right.
Um, I think like that last map tank was like pretty good. We did good.
Yeah, I think that's
Um,
definitely fair.
mm,
I think
Loki,
that's
don't pay
fair.
much
Fish
attention.
was going crazy on the brig too, even though you guys when you guys won that map, I think, right? The Numbani.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I
he
can't
he played
remember what
well on
map was
brig there
that.
too.
It all blends together. You get no thoughts in your brain. Just shoot gun,
No,
kill
I just like
enemy.
left click people. Yeah, hit
Uh,
scan.
yeah,
It's kind
standard
of
hit
good.
skin mentality. But that's gonna be it for the interview. Thank you, Frustrator, for joining us, and congratulations on your win and your match MVP.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Bye bye.
That's going to be it for us on the prod here. Chi-Town Chiller is going to get the victory 3-1 over the Adamant Adams. For Tommy, I've been Nave. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good night.
Yes, have a good night, everybody.